It is Friday. Happy Friday.
Woo, thank goodness. I'm a little nervous about it because it's actually Friday the 13th. And it's been a week, man.
I forgot about that.
I know. But we're going to get through it.
We are. Well, thank you for spending your Friday the 13th with us on Coast Life. We're your hosts. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo. And I know this weekend is supposed to be a really busy weekend, but we do have the rain. I've been in denial about the rain all week. I'm like, it's not going to rain.
Same. An event I was planning on going to got canceled. And I still am like, can't wait for my event.
I know.
This weekend, but...
So while we're living in Delulu land, we're going to hope that you trust our meteorologists to tell you the actual weather and don't listen to us on that. But
no, don't.
Speaking of Friday the 13th, whether you're sort of a superstitious person or not so much, Taylor Swift.
Yes.
The Eras Tour movie.
It's her day.
It was supposed to open today, but guess what? She was sneaky about it. They opened it yesterday.
Are you mad?
I'm a little mad.
Because, I mean, Swiftie girl over here.
I got my tickets for tonight.
Okay, oh, you do, good.
Yeah,
good.
But I'm like, oh, we were supposed to go opening day, the first one, and then she tricked us on opening day. But I mean, it's because demand was so high for this movie that she actually added, they opened a day early, and she added extra showings for Friday night too.
When you run the movie theaters, that's how you know you made it. Because she made the Exorcist move their date.
I know.
I mean, well, let me rephrase. She didn't make them. They chose to. But it's like because of her, you're having the Exorcist move dates, you're having theaters open early. That is impressive. I'm going to give it up to her.
Right? There is nothing she can't do. No. But I'm excited to see it because even though I was fortunate enough to score a spot in Lincoln Financial Field, we were like alongside the stage. So there was a lot happening on stage that you couldn't actually see. And like there was so much on stage that was a piece of art. It was part of the performance that we didn't really get to see. Right. So a movie like this, I can see why it's so popular. I can see why people who are excited, whether you got to go see the Eras Tour in person or if you didn't get to go and this is your chance to see it, I see why it's so popular.
I always think these kinds of movies, too, are just so cool. I mean, they've done them for all the stars, right? I remember the Justin Bieber one.
I was going to say.
Oh, died. I actually saw that one a little earlier. Quick flex for my Bieber fans, but also the Jonas Brothers one. So these, I think, I mean, like we've established, I'm not the biggest Swiftie, but I would see this movie because it's probably just going to be really entertaining.
It's iconic.
Right.
That's for sure.
That's right.
Well, we're sort of in October mood, Halloween coming up. We talked about it. There was two parents that were sort of talking about something they do a little bit different for their kid. And tell me how you feel about this, because it's getting a little bit of backlash. I understand, but I do also see why it's getting a little bit of backlash. So these parents tell their kid, I think she's like 3, something like that. And they tell her that she can only pick out of her bag of candy 5 candies that she wants. And then the rest like goes out on the porch. They give it to the sea witch who comes by and takes the rest of the candy and leaves a toy instead.
So I'm not so mad at it because they leave the toy, and honestly I think that's fair. I never like it when you let your kid go trick-or-treating and then you rip all the candy away. But it's also at the same time like she's gonna get 5 pieces at the first house this child goes to. So it's kind of, I don't know, I don't love the idea that she's having fun and excited to get all this candy for you to just to be like, well, we're giving all of it away. Like, why did you even let her trick-or-treat then and have fun collecting candy for herself?
Yeah, I mean, I can sort of see that maybe you are building sort of that generous spirit in the kid where like you get to go have fun, you're collecting all this candy, you know it's not staying with you, you get to pick your 5 pieces and then you share the rest. So I can see that, and I mean, I have seen kids lose their minds over Halloween candy, like to the point where you're like, you guys are obsessed with it. Like, you're obsessed with Halloween candy, chill. So I can sort of see it.
I get it.
But they are getting a lot more pushback than I think is maybe necessarily deserved.
No, I'm not mad at it. I think I've seen parents too, maybe if they're well off financially or something, well, they'll tell their kids, you get a lot throughout the year, so maybe Christmas comes or Easter, and they're like, we're going to give you one small thing, everything else is getting donated. Something like that. Maybe they could donate the candy. I don't know. I don't know what they do with it. Maybe so it's not going to waste, although I don't know. Donating candy, it's bad for you. I don't know. I go both ways with this.
Yeah, and I'm not sure just because like this kid, I think she's young. She's like I said, like 3 or 4, so it's possible that like she's not really interacting with a whole lot of other peers yet. But like eventually you'll kind of be clued in. You're like, hold on a second, my Halloween doesn't look like everyone else's Halloween. But if you know you are sort of building that generous spirit, whatever it is, or you know she's the only kid talking about the sea witch taking the candy at night, the other kids are gonna be like, what?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Since it's not getting just ripped away, I'm fine with this. I get it.
It could be something cute and creative if other parents wanted to join in on it. They said you can give your sea witch a name. Theirs is Willa.
Yeah, well, that's cute. And 3 is young, and cavities, you're prone to all that. So, I mean, I also don't think you should give your kids unlimited amounts of candy. So, you know, maybe when she's older, they'll change it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah,
Yes.
I want to hear from parents. Let us know what you think about this.
Yeah. And kind of on the controversial note, I feel like this is something that you hear people talk about, complain about, cry about online constantly. The fact that like, oh, you can't have a conversation anymore. You can't disagree anymore. You can't do anything anymore. And you're just like, that rhetoric is exhausting because if you have conversational skills, the art of conversation and like thoughtful debate really aren't dead. But one of the things to bring to the table, and I think because there is so much overexposure to things like news talk, podcasts, how you're getting exposed to certain information and certain dialogues, there's not actually a lot of room for open conversation. It's kind of like, let me just tell you what to think. And people on those kinds of shows will say controversial things for views, to get callers. Like the whole point is to get you to react extremely to what they say. But then if you talk to them not in that situation, you're like, it's a different conversation.
That's true. And I think podcasts obviously have some great aspects, and I love podcasts. Sometimes I listen if there's something going on in the world that maybe I don't understand, or even just for fun, but I'll be like, okay, this person I know has this experience, let me listen to what their take is.
Yeah.
And so I think it's okay for things like that, but you're right, I think it's is it a new thing where it's like, oh, we can't have conversations anymore, so let's just not talk?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's because, like you know, when you listen to a format like news talk, you expect to not necessarily agree with everything the person's saying, but like you are meant to get that gut reaction. But now I think because there's more formats that aren't under news talk, they're a little bit more sneaky about how they're formatted. So maybe you're not expecting that side of the conversation. You're kind of expecting it to be a two-way conversation, and then it's not. And you're like, I'm mad about this, and what they said is true or not true. Like there's a lot more gray area these days, I think, in conversation. But sort of a trick around that, and something we're talking about, is to bring like personal stories to that conversation, especially if there is somebody that maybe you're having a heated debate. I mean, like healthcare is one that's popular to kind of go round and round and back and forth, where depending on what side you're standing on, public-private healthcare is a heated debate. And when you bring a sort of a personal experience, like, well, here's my experience navigating the healthcare system, it sucked. Here's my experience navigating the healthcare system, it was fine. You can add that personal element to it.
I always go by, there's a reason there's always sides to things, right? Like, because normally there's truth to both sides.
Yeah.
And so there's a reason why, and I say two, but there's obviously a million and one opinions of them. But I think that's interesting. But what I like, or what's kind of putting a light bulb in my head, is I remember maybe even months ago now, you and I talked about, is it rude when you talk about yourself and your experiences in a conversation? Is it making it all about you? So it's like, sometimes I think people don't want to do that because they're like, oh, well, we're using the healthcare example, because it's making it all about me. So maybe there's a line, or maybe there's a way to go about it.
I think there's a line. I think one thing I also have noticed, especially in, you know, just like over exposure to media, is that everything is this or that.
Yes.
It's black or white, it's right or left, it's this or that.
Nothing in the world is that way.
Nothing in the world is that way, and people forget about one cute little conjunction, and. So it can be this and that.
It can. Black
and white. Like when you add and into the conversation, suddenly there's a lot more to discuss.
That's a very good point, yeah. There's a lot of conversations that go on, of course, probably in your workplace, especially now with a lot going on in the world. So maybe just try these tactics out.
Yeah, give it a try. Let us know how it goes for you.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got a great show to get to you. Coast Life's Maya Henry is going to tell us what's coming up on the show today.
Coming up next, embrace the wild as we journey through the James Farm Photo Challenge. And get adventurous with the OCRV and Van Lifestyle Show. Plus, get ready to fall in love with our heart-stealing pet of the week. All that and more when Coast Life gets back.
Coast Life is brought to you by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
You're watching Coast Life, and today I am chilling with my friend Mark Carter from the Delaware Center for Inland Bays, and this is kind of like a local gem that many people don't know about. We're currently at the James Farms Preserve. So Mark, tell the people that are watching a little bit about this location. You told me many people don't know of it, but you would love it to be open to the public.
Yes, so it is open to the public. Actually, it's open every day of the year. There's free access, free parking, sunrise to sunset. This is the James Farm Ecological Preserve, where it's located right here on Indian River Bay, and it's part of the Delaware Center for the Inland Bays. This is where we do our environmental education programs for both youth all the way through adult, and then lots of science type of work and things as well.
That's really cool. So how did you get involved with this program? You seem like, as we're talking, you seem really like, you know, down for it. So what got you into it?
I joined the center a little over a year ago as far as full-time staff, and you know, I've always worked in the community with various nonprofits and environmental groups, and it just was a great fit when an opportunity came up here, and I got really lucky to come and join a bunch of great people.
How long has James Farm been here? I know it has like a cool story, so tell us a little bit about this story before we get into the extremely cool event that you guys have coming up.
So James Farm, it's like if we walk around it today, like right now we see a beautiful beach behind us, you know, but if we're like, you know, looking out this way, we're looking at a forest essentially right now. At one time, James Farm was a farm a long time ago. A family that lived here, you know, years and years and years ago had a farm, and you know, you might have seen like a cow standing next to the bay, you know, in the marsh grass or something. And the farm, you know, that family wanted to leave, you know, wanted to protect that place. So over time, that farm, you know, passed through generations and things. And then the county, they gave it to the county with the stipulation that it would be used for education and also protected. So it's this little gem here in the sense that, you know, it's a nice green dot. When you look in Ocean View, you see it. And there's about 2 miles hiking trail. It's about 150, give or take, acres. Maybe a little more hiking trail than that. A few observation platforms for wildlife viewing. And the farm is, you know, given to the county, but then they needed someone to manage it, so they partnered with us, the Center for the Inland Bays, and we, you know, every Wednesday, I mentioned volunteers. We have a volunteer crew doing trail maintenance, working on pulling invasive species, you know, helping to maintain this little boardwalk area where we're at. You know, we have so much participation at this, and it's such a neat spot because, again, it's free, so people can come here, and we don't want to have any barrier for folks to come and be part of our programs.
I'm about to say, you guys have people for like every little thing here, and it's really cool because you guys are doing amazing things. And speaking of amazing, guys, they have a photo challenge coming up. We have a lot of people who love nature, so tell us a little bit about this photo challenge for both adult and children.
So this is the first year for the James Farm Photo Challenge. The idea came up, actually a local photographer, Sharon Denny, who is a really great local wildlife photographer, approached us and said, hey, I saw this photo contest somewhere else. I think it was Florida or something. And it was, you know, where she was like, it could be something neat to do and help the center. So we were like, let's explore it. And we started to talk. And, you know, we met here at the farm, we took a walk, we looked at and said, the idea of this challenge is you're a geographic point for 2 days. So in this case, it's the 13th and 14th, next Friday and Saturday. Photographers will be out here. They can shoot for different categories. There's like, you know, basically like a flora fauna, there's a human connection piece, there's, you know, seascape, landscape, different things like that. And, you know, you we're really anxious to see what will come of it. I mean, is it going to be sunrise? Is it going to be like, you know, a tiny insect that looks glistening the right way on a piece of grass? Who knows? Is it going to be, you know, a family out for a hike that just sums up the human connection? There's a lot of different, you know, things that can come about.
All right, so he said you don't have to be an expert to come out to this photo challenge. So guys, I'm gonna go around and explore a little bit more. There's more Coast Life on the way.
You're watching Coast Life, and think back to about a month ago. Remember when we were introducing you to the OCRV and van show? Well, the time is now, it is going on, and Jen Evans is with me down here in the Ocean City Convention Center, the woman who's made this all possible. Jen, even before we kind of started up this interview, you were getting a little emotional. Why is this such a special and unique event to Ocean City?
This is the first, I've been doing some research, and actually this is technically the first RV show Ocean City has ever had. People have wanted one for years, and they've never been able to get it going, pull it off, and to just see it just come to life. It's been our passion project for the past year, and to see it actually come to life, it just kind of, I don't know, it brings some tears to my heart. I know. It's been a big undertaking, a lot of help from a lot of awesome vendors.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of some of these awesome vendors, awesome speakers, I mean, remember when we talked last time, we got a little inside shot of my van. It's not nearly as cool as some of the vans that you see, like the one behind us. I mean, this really is, if you've got any interest in some combination of outdoors life, like this is going to be the expo for you to come check out. I mean, talk a little bit about the types of vendors that you have here. I mean, you've already been telling us about cool things that we need to check out.
Yeah, no, we have Myers and Chesaco. They brought in over 80 different types of RVs. We have custom van builders. This is Sequoia and Salt out of New York, New Jersey. They're phenomenal, top-notch builder. Definitely come check them out. They have a coastal beach vibe that just totally speaks to our DMA. We have bikes, everything from a Strider for like a 3-year-old to test ride, all the way up to an adult. We have electric golf carts, customizable ones that collapse. You can test ride those as well. We have all of the supboards, e-bikes, paddle sports you could think of, a lot of mobile repair business. The Mokes, truck, Subaru, and then Roadloft from Canada came, who has the conversion kits for your SUV or minivan. And they're upstairs as well. Like, it's just the people that, it's just a little bit of everything. It's packed. I got a little bit of a lot of everything and a lot of really cool stuff, including a beach wagon that's electric, so you don't have to tug your accessories to the sand.
The worst. And this is really a great family-friendly event too. I mean, it's going on now. You mentioned some of the BMX riders and like some really cool showmanship that's going on, especially since the weather this weekend might not be the best. You don't have to worry about the weather in here.
No, we have BMX shows happening at 11 and 3 on Friday and Saturday. They are going to be followed by autograph signings, so get to meet your riders. On Sunday, Central Skate Supply is doing if you're a skateboarder, register. Reach out to Central Skate Supply. They still have some slots open. You can actually skate and board in the convention center. Brings you back to like how it was like in the beginning when they had that long concrete thing in the front. But yeah, no, so it's exciting to have some skateboarding in here on Sunday, and yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a lot for everybody. So the little ones can test ride the e-bikes. There's little,
very cool.
Yeah, so they just got to sign a waiver.
Still got that energy out.
Still got that energy. Mom, Dad can watch them have a good time. So
very, very cool.
Yeah, we're very excited to be here.
All right, we know this is going on now. It's going on through Sunday.
Yep.
What are sort of the times that people can expect to drop by?
Every day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're open until 7. Sunday, it closes at 4. We open at 9 o'clock. So yeah, go to OCRV show, get your tickets online, or you can get them at the box office when you arrive.
Perfect. And before we let you go, Jen, is there anything that you have just, like, is there anything that's maybe surprised you or has really impressed you about this show so far?
Just everyone's just adventurous spirit and just the inventiveness of all of the different vendors here. Like, they've all kind of created something out of a passion project of their own, and it's cool to have everybody under one roof. So you just get to speak with the best of the best. I don't know, it's really cool. I'm just super grateful.
Well, Jen, thank you so much. This is such a cool event. I can't wait to go explore it all because there's a lot to explore here at the Convention Center in Ocean City. So make sure you make your plans to come on down here. It's going on now through Sunday. Don't go anywhere though before we make those plans, because there is more Coast Life headed your way, so stay right there.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Ocean City Tourism.
Hey guys, a quick reminder, Bark on the Boards. That takes place from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. That's in Rehoboth Beach. It is a rain or shine event. So just grab your cute rain boots, your umbrella, and go on out, celebrate our furry friends. There's duck dogs, music, even yoga with puppies, and a pet costume contest. Again, it's tomorrow, 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. in Rehoboth Beach. That is rain or shine. And to tell us even more about that event and, of course, introduce us to this week's Pet of the Week and adoptable pet that you can take home, here is Coast Life's Maya Henry.
You're watching Coast Life, and of course, guys, it is that time of the week when we get to see all of our wonderful adoptable pets. And you're not gonna guess what this dog's name is. Her name is Troubles, but she's obviously not giving us any trouble. And of course, we have Sarah Smith from the Brandywine Valley SPCA. How are you, Sarah?
Great, and I'm so glad to have Troubles here again. She is nothing. She is not trouble at all.
I'm about to say, she's been so calm, and you might think she's really small, but she has the coolest height I've ever seen, guys. So tell me a little bit about Troubles. How did she get her name, or how did you find her?
Yeah, you know, she came to us from a southern shelter where, you know, they have less adopters than dogs, and she was found tied to a post. Can you believe that? So yeah, we're really glad to be here for her and be the bridge to her adoption. We know her family's out there for her. She is friendly with all people that she meets, especially when she gets to know you. And if you have treats, she loves it. She has tricks that she can do. She loves other dogs. So yeah, she's great with other dogs too.
You told me, speaking of other dogs, you told me that she's kind of like the sister to the other dogs. How do you think she will react with, even children or smaller dogs?
Yeah, she has been kind of like you said, our friend to all dogs at the shelter. And so if a dog needs a little bit of a buddy in their kennel, we've been kind of moving her around to meet all the different dogs that need a little bit of help. And so she's kind of been our little therapy dog with the other dogs. So we know she's done really well with dogs of all ages, all sizes, all kinds of temperaments. So she's been great with all of them. She'd be great in a home with a dog, with a home with kids, an older couple. She's only a year old, so she has plenty of energy and would love to run around, but she also loves to be a lap dog.
I'm about to say she's super chill, guys. She has not even barked this whole time or even whined. So you told me that Bark on the Boards is this weekend, and can we find Troubles there as well?
Hopefully not, because hopefully she'll be adopted, right?
Correct.
You can find her at, I'm gonna let her down.
Okay.
You can find her at our Animal Rescue Center on Shingle Point Road, and hopefully she'll be adopted by then, so she won't have to come. But yes, this Saturday, Bark on the Boards at the Rehoboth Beach Bandstand. We're so excited. We will be there, rain or shine. We're praying for shine, but we're gonna be there no matter what. We have yoga with puppies that you can sign up for right now and get your spot. It'll be in a tented area, so no matter if we have a little drizzle or not, you'll be dry with the yoga with puppies. Sign up, come on out, join us at the Rehoboth Beach Bandstand, 11 to 2. We can't wait to see you.
Let's say it sounds really fun. Yoga with puppies. Tell me a little bit about this yoga with puppies before we find out where we could find beautiful Troubles.
Yeah, the yoga with puppies, you want to sign up right now because it's an all-level class. You get to do all your Zen activities with a licensed instructor and cuddle puppies at the same time. I mean, what more could you ask for? There'll also be the dock dog diving contest, and your dog can try it. There's a costume contest, which Troubles is all dressed up for. And yeah, you want to come on out, like I said. You can find all the information at barkontheboards.org.
All right, guys, so we're going to let Troubles roam around, and we hope to see you at this week's event. So thank you so much, Sarah Smith, for doing this interview with us, and thank you, Troubles, for hanging out with us. There's more Coast Life on the way. You're watching Coast Life, and today we are talking all things boats. And I have an expert beside me, Mr. Scott McCurdy from North Bay Marina in Selbyville, Delaware. So, Mr. Scott, tell us about how we can, protect these boats as winter rolls around, as fall rolls around. What can people do to keep their boats safe for winter and summer?
The key thing about off-season service for your boat is to get the boat prepared for next spring so that when you're ready to put it in the water, the boat's ready to go. There's a whole host of things that we do in the off season to prepare your boat for the season that's to come. We're going to change fluids, lubricants, filters. We're going to power wash hulls. We're going to do even some cosmetic surgery if that's required. The whole idea is the stuff that you do in the fall makes for a smooth launch in the spring.
Okay, and what can people do? Can they store their boats? Can they bring them to you? How can they keep them, in good shape?
Yeah, absolutely. We offer a multitude of storage options, from just storing the customer's boat on a trailer in our secure lots, or we have indoor storage inside a building. We also have outdoor storage with shrink wrap. We do on-site winterization where the customer can drop the boat off. We'll winterize it. They can pick it up and take it to their own location. Anything that we can do in the fall to get your boat ready for the spring is what we want to do.
Nice. So when winter comes, what are some ways that, the weather kind of affects the boats? They're like sitting in the water or even in storage?
Well, you really, here in our latitude, we're far enough north that it's really not feasible to leave most small boats in the water, simply due to the possibilities of ice, extreme high and low tides that can happen in the wintertime. Now, boats on boat lifts, that's a little bit different situation, but boats that are in wet slips, Most boats, especially down here on the ocean side, most boats come out of the water.
Okay, you taught me something because I absolutely did not know that. So you guys also have something cool going on. You guys have a lot of sales happening. You have like a kind of brokerage.
Yeah, we in the fall find that there's always people out looking for a new to them boat for the next season, and so there tends to be a pretty good supply or a fresh supply of resale boats, both used and almost new. It makes it, with the additional inventory, it's a good time to get out and look.
Awesome. And you guys have some really beautiful boats. We were walking and glancing at them. Tell us about the kind of boats that you have.
Yeah, we sell a lot of pontoons, tri-toons, deck boats, center consoles, offshore fishing boats, almost exclusively outboard powered because of our shallow water environment here in the back bays. Outboard engined or outboard powered boats lend themselves to a shallow water environment. So that's what we sell because we're in a shallow water environment.
All right. And if someone is new to boating, do you guys have, a certain way that you help them to guide them find the right boat for them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Every boat that we sell, both new and used, we include an on-water demo and orientation. That's all part of the program. We'll spend as much time as we have to at least make sure that the customer is comfortable with the mechanics and how everything in the boat works.
All right. And you also told me a little cool fact that this season is the perfect time for boating?
The best part of the year from a weather standpoint and a crowd standpoint is late August, September, and early October. You have the ability to pull in anywhere you want to have lunch or whatever your pleasure is. And also there's not near as much boat traffic, so it's a great time to get out there and get acclimated with your new boat because you're not out there zigging and zagging trying to fight all the traffic.
All right, so if someone is interested in coming to your amazing shop, how can they find you?
We're easy to find. We're right on Lighthouse Road, just a couple of miles west of Fenwick Island. You can also find us on our website at northbaymarina.com. And we're here 6 days a week, Tuesday through Sunday.
All right, guys, so you heard it from Scott that this is the perfect time to go boating. So if you are looking for a great little ride, a little trip, please visit the North Bay Marina in Selbyville, Delaware. There's more Coast Life on the way.
A reminder, get your creative juices flowing for the Revival House's Horror Trailer Challenge. It is a free competition, and the team behind the top trailer, you're going to get some cash. We told you all about this week. If you need a simple recap, just head to coastlife.com. And while we're on the topic of movies, this one definitely not a horror movie, but I know you've heard about it. Trolls Band Together. It is the new Trolls movie that's coming out next month, and we are so excited. We are actually so excited, we're going to give you a peek at that movie right now. Check this out. Let's do this!
Everyone can see we're together.
Right now, we're in the studio for some Trolls 3.
This is so fun.
Whenever we get the gang back together, you can just feel how much fun everybody has.
You're so in!
I mean, I get to plan my best friend's wedding.
It's my wedding!
There's a lot going on.
Come on, guys, it's time!
We are gathered here today to stop the wedding!
I'm Branch's long-lost brother.
What? You're the guy from Brozone! We were just listening to them!
Brozone's back, all right.
Baby Branch!
It's time we find the rest of our brothers and get the band back together.
Brozone! Operation Family Harmony is on and popping.
I can't believe this is really happening!
It's a wild ride. The story has so many different twists and turns.
Oh my gosh, hello! My name is Viva! Poppy, I'm your sister.
Poppy loves family, so the idea of having a long-lost sister is super exciting.
Did you just braid my hair?
You're welcome, it looks so good.
I love it!
Viva has a lot of energy and vitality inside. Am I being a lot? Sometimes I can be a lot.
You're Poppy's sister?
Oh, wow.
It's just like such an embarrassment of riches when it comes to the cast. Trolls band together. It has more fun, more action, more music.
There's no better way to experience this movie than on a big screen. Card me, Dingle!
Bye, everybody! We're getting the band back together!
Milkshakes to celebrate! Woo!
Is this how people feel when they meet me?
Yes.
And you know, parents, get excited for this too because it has so many incredible stars that you actually know and love, people that you probably grew up with, and your kids are going to love it because it's Trolls. But if you don't believe me, quick little story time from my college years. Okay, I'm going to take you back to Shippensburg University, going to a party, maybe at a frat house or two, and you know what I love to play? The Trolls soundtrack, because they have so many good movies and so many good soundtracks. So people would be like, who turned the Trolls music on? I'd say, I don't know, that's so weird. But give it a minute, everyone was dancing to Trolls. So it doesn't matter how old you are, you're going to love this movie. And you're probably asking, Paige, when does it come out? When can I go see it? November 17th. Mark your calendars, November 17th, Trolls band together. But you don't have to wait that long for more Coast Life. That's coming your way in just a minute. You're watching Coast Life, and you also know, we said it earlier, it is Friday the 13th. Ooh, so we have Maya up here with us. Maya,
Hey,
love
guys.
having you up here.
Thank you. I love being up here. I'm so excited.
It's so fun. So I brought Maya up here because I had to ask her, are you superstitious?
I wouldn't say I'm superstitious. I would say more spiritual. I believe in those type of things.
Yeah.
But walking under a ladder, like we talked about earlier, girl, I don't think I would even be affected by that.
Just go about your day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
Same. I think I'm in the exact same boat as you. A little more spiritual than superstitious. I do this thing, and I don't know where it came from, but I lift my feet up when I'm in the car when I go over a railroad track. And I don't know. I think my mom taught me that, and ever since I just do it.
Wait, is there like an actual reason as to why you should lift your feet up?
That's the thing. I don't know. I've always done it, and then when I tell other people, they're like, I've never heard that.
I've never heard that.
No? So
no.
You're supposed to like lift your feet up and make a wish or like think good thoughts.
Oh, it's kind of like a positive thing, not a scary thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So you're supposed to lift your feet up over a railroad track. If you've heard that, let me know, because every time I mention it, people are like, okay, weirdo. So.
I mean, I wouldn't say you're weird, but I would definitely say it's very unique.
Yeah. I do knock on wood sometimes. You know.
I do that.
Yeah. Okay. But not super superstitious. But we do want to prepare you in case maybe you are superstitious, or if you're just preparing for the worst. Because parents, teachers, we have a TikTok made me try it for you right now. So watch this.
This is special.
So I just found this out, and I thought it would be really helpful for people that have Sharpies on their walls or their whiteboards that they can't get off. So you apply Sharpie. As you can see, it's not coming up. And then you grab a dry erase marker and you cover it over the Sharpie, and then it comes right up. You might have to scrub it for a little minute or two, and then it comes right up. Look at that.
So what we have with us today is this. It's actually a slate. You probably recognize this. Yeah. We use this when we're filming, but it is a whiteboard. And I felt like our bosses might be mad if we destroy one of the bigger whiteboards. So,
heck yeah, they would.
Yeah, we're gonna try out that TikTok you saw on this whiteboard. So Maya, why don't you do the honors if you don't mind? Write something in Sharpie.
All right, so I'm just gonna write something cute.
It's making me so nervous watching her use Sharpie on this thing.
I think it's gonna work.
I think it will too.
I think we're gonna reverse the October
13th
vibe.
It's so cute. Coast Life.
Okay.
Okay, I love it. So we have to let it dry really quick. So we have rolled paper towels with us here. We're just gonna show you, right? Sharpie's on here. All right, it's not fake. I'm getting nervous.
Don't get nervous.
Do you remember when Leah and I went to the house of the guy who works at Stanley Steamer? And we destroyed his carpet?
That was a very long time ago. I do remember
that. I'm having like flashbacks to that moment right now where I'm like, we messed something up and it's not gonna work.
I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
I vote it's gonna work.
Okay, I vote it's gonna stain it.
All right. Do you want to do the honors of writing, or would you like me to take over again?
You do it.
All right.
I'm too nervous. You
All
do
right.
it. Go ahead.
Let's see.
So she's gonna go just right over where we wrote Coast Life with Sharpie, and she's just gonna go right over it with the dry erase marker.
I think it's actually working.
Is it already?
Yeah.
Oh, I think
smudging
it is.
off.
hold on, right there.
All right.
Oh, look at that.
It actually did kind of work.
Oh, it did.
Wait, let's see. Let's see.
Yeah.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
You know what? It's okay. We prepared for this too.
Clorox wipes.
If you let it dry for too long. Well, you can tell it. Okay.
Right.
It's getting some of it off. So here's the thing. If you're in a pinch, this TikTok made me try it works.
I would
kind
say
of.
75%.
It does.
Most of it.
So,
I think it was good.
Yeah, you can get it almost back to normal. And I think it's enough that like you don't have to cry if your kid uses Sharpie on something.
And always have a backup plan.
And always have a backup plan.
Gross,
so
right.
let us know first what your superstitions are. We have that question on our Facebook, so answer it there. And also let us know if you tried this and if it works.
Send us a picture, even.
Yeah, please, because I'm getting nervous that someone's gonna see that we did this. All right, we're gonna clean this off. We're gonna send things over to a break really quick, but then we'll be right back. All right, all you football fans, don't forget you can join us on Coast TV this Sunday night for your Sunday Night Football. We have the Giants versus the Bills, and that starts at 7 p.m. And right after that game, hey, just stay right on Coast TV for Coast TV News. And Leah, these teams, I don't think we really care about them as much, but you have fantasy, so are you like rooting for one over the other?
I mean, I guess I think my cousin has the Bills defense.
Okay.
I don't think I'm playing her, but you know, I still want everyone else to do worse than me.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I thought you were going to say I want everyone to do well.
No,
so.
not in this.
Never mind. Never mind.
I think I'm doing all right in my fantasy league, though. I actually haven't checked. I've remembered to change my lineup this year for like the first time ever, and wow, it works.
Okay, perfect, perfect. This is what I was thinking when I saw that was the Bills and the Giants. Aren't they going to get confused because they have the same colors?
They do have the same colors. You're right. Yeah.
That was when I saw the picture. I'm like, I would be so confused if I was playing in that game. But that's why I work for COASTLIFE and not the NFL.
Yes. But we're getting on towards the end of our show, but it is Friday, so yay, we take that with us into the weekend. If you do have any good weekend plans, again, we know the rain.
Yeah, just
might
be
be
careful.
kind of a bummer.
Be careful on the roads, okay? Be careful if you're going out, and just be safe this weekend, you guys. So you can join us back here on Monday.
Exactly.
Yeah, Monday at 4. We're always going to be here for you, Monday through Friday, 4 o'clock. And don't forget, you can always go online, on social media, on YouTube, and watch videos that you missed.
Yeah, catch up.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,